So yesterday after the game, I did what I planned on doing, which was a recap of what I saw, what I liked, what I didn't like. And frankly, there wasn't really anything I did like. So it was a predominantly negative video. It was about 20 minutes long. And frankly, I'm going to be honest, it was a lot of Mariota bashing. And I woke up this morning and I realized that I'm not going to post that video. And I deleted it immediately. And I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do it in my car at work. And it ain't going to be 20 minutes long. And I'm going to put a lot of this shit to bed. Because a lot of the Titans fans need an eye-opening experience. Or better yet, just a dose of reality. Okay? Let me make myself clear. If you really think that either A, Ryan Tannehill, or B, tanking this season and getting one of the college quarterbacks that are playing currently is going to make this team better, you're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself. And honestly, you're making yourself look like one of the thousands and thousands of fair-weather Titan fans and fair-weather Marcus Mariota fans. Okay? It ain't happening. I know you wish you had Patrick Mahomes, or at least at the very moment, you wish you had a Lamar Jackson, or even in some cases, Deshaun Watson. Because listen, Deshaun Watson's better than Marcus Mariota. I'm sorry, he is. There's just, right now, there's no debate in the discussion. But that's not the point, still. You're not getting Mahomes. You're not getting someone like that. Kansas City took somewhat of a shot, because, they took him, I believe, the third round. They took a shot on him. And guess what? It paid off. Big time. We didn't get that opportunity, okay? In 2015, our record gave us the opportunity to draft a quarterback, which we needed. There was one of two guys that we were going to take, and we should be thanking the Lord every day that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers selected Jameis Winston, because if we had him, we'd be singing a much different tune right now. I'm sorry. If you think Jameis Winston takes this team to the playoffs in 2017, you're lying to yourself. You are. Because this was a team that the one thing they didn't deal with in that specific year is their quarterback throwing endless amounts of interceptions. And that is all Jameis Winston does, is throw picks. So it wasn't happening. And if you think it is, I'm sorry that you think that way, but you're wrong. You're wrong. Now, moving on from that. I'm sorry, there's no scenario here where us moving on to another quarterback is the right move. It's just not. It isn't. It isn't. And frankly, the even more insulting, honestly, to the kid that everyone is doing, that's insulting, is they're just totally sweeping everything he has done under the rug. Are we forgetting that when this roster was an embarrassment, this kid still had games where he threw us on his back? Are we going to forget the game against New Orleans in overtime? Are we going to forget the game in Detroit? Andre Johnson's lone highlight in the Tennessee uniform? Are we going to forget that game? Are we going to forget that drive? Are we going to forget that this kid head-to-head has beaten people like Aaron Rodgers? He's beaten people like Tom Brady. He's beaten people like Carson Wentz. He's beaten people like Drew Brees head-to-head. We're going to forget all about that, right? Because one game this year, he was a pivotal piece in why we lost, and now everyone's like, okay, let's move on. Let's put in Tannehill. I mean, I'm hearing this all over the place about now we should consider Tannehill. You are crazy, okay? If you have half a brain, you should take the time to go on whatever stat website you like. There's a plethora of them. And look up Mariota and Tannehill's best 3 years. Now, Tannehill has about, I think, 3 more years. So that's why I'm saying there are 3 best statistical years. They are almost identical. The only difference is Tannehill's threw about 100 more times in the span of those 3 years. And obviously that's our biggest knock on Mariota, is that he doesn't throw the ball enough. Okay, but still, their stats are almost identical. If you think he's going to step into this game yesterday and we're going to win, I'm sorry, you're lying to yourself. It's not happening. He's not as mobile, okay? There's no saying that he doesn't do the exact same thing Mariota does and takes all the sacks. There's no saying that. So, and frankly, it's really, it's insulting, okay? I mean, again, we're going to forget about the Jacksonville game in 2017. We're going to forget about that put away that he did solely on his own. We're going to forget about the game in Kansas City in a playoff game, in one of the hardest places to play on the planet. We're going to forget about that. I mean, really. Titans Facebook, a lot of you guys should be really embarrassed of how you're completely throwing away this kid because of one game. And he's had multiple games where he's not done enough to win. But he's also had just as many, if not more, games where he is enough to win. Okay? You don't need Patrick Mahomes to win a Super Bowl. Is Tom Brady Patrick Mahomes? No. But why do they win? Because they make smart decisions. And why do they make smart decisions? Because they have elite, all-world coaching. And that is the complete opposite of what we saw yesterday. Complete opposite. You think Bill Belichick, if he had Derrick Henry on his team, and he sees a guy, when we're up by 4, at the very end of the third quarter, run for 40 yards on 3 rushes, has a TV timeout because the fourth quarter is beginning. You think he takes him out of that game and gives him 3 more rushes for the rest of the game? Really? You think he does that? No, he does not do that. Do you think he doesn't challenge one of the 2 clear-cut calls in the first half, whether it be the pass interference or the spot of the third down when Jacoby Brissett scrambled? Do you think he doesn't call? You think he doesn't call a challenge on one of those 2 plays? Come on. Or how about in the final 5 minutes of the game, we're up 4, we're down 2 with 4.5 minutes to go on a 4th and 2, and we have our fucking players looking at the sideline like they've never played a snap in professional football. Do you think Bill Belichick has his guys doing that? No, he does not. This game is just as much the fault, the coaching, and in my opinion, more so than it does Marcus Mariota. And I'll say it again. You don't need Patrick Mahomes to win a Super Bowl. You don't need Aaron Rodgers to win a Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers is one of the most gifted quarterbacks to ever play this game. He's only got 1 Super Bowl win. And frankly, if you ask me, I think McCarthy's got a big reason to do with why he only has 1 Super Bowl. Because I don't think he's a very good coach at all. I think they won in spite of him, not because of him. Tom Brady, he's the greatest of all time. There's no debating that. But you have just as much to credit that coaching staff and their offensive coordinator, who we should have given the world to get, even though he's kind of a dick. But they are the most strategical group, coaching-wise, in sports. They're just incredible. And that's why Tom Brady isn't the most athletic guy in the world. But they created a system, and now he's the greatest of all time. And there's no debate there. Marcus Mariota can win a Super Bowl. But he's got to have the right people guiding him and the right people making decisions that are undeniable decisions in the game. And they didn't do it. That's it. Defense is great. I'm going to quickly go over this game. Defense did everything they needed to do. A. Receiving, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Humphreys, they're paying millions of dollars to catch 1 ball a game and do end arounds. I don't know what to say there. Dion Lewis should be off the team yesterday. Okay? Get any guy off the practice squad that can run. They can do more than he does. And that's really it. That's really it. Santos missed a kick that probably would have sealed it, but he's also a main reason why we won the first game. And now we have to win Thursday. 1,000,000%. Minshew, whatever the fuck this guy's fucking name is, I don't care. I don't know what he did yesterday, and I don't care what he did yesterday. I don't care how close the game was with Houston. They got to beat him. They got to beat him badly. And then we got to play in Atlanta next week, and we're going to have to win that game. We got to be 3-1 with Lawan coming back. We have to. Or this team is done. They're done. I don't care what the schedule looks like. You already got Delaney Walker talking shit about whatever coach he was talking about, whether it be Vrabel or Arthur Smith, about asking him why he didn't get more touches. And he's got every right to do it. Because anytime he's healthy and he's got 40 yards in a game receiving, we're not winning the game. 15 carries, 80 yards, that's an final whistle stat line for Derrick Henry. We're not winning the game. That's deplorable. No game should end with a running back getting 15 carries for 80 yards. That's unexcusable. Stick with the kid, man. Stick with the kid. There's a lot of things we need to change, but Mariota isn't one of them. He had a bad game. But move on from it now. Carson Wentz had a bad game last night. He's still great. I'm not saying Mariota's great yet, because he's not. But he's what we got, and he's what we need to stick with. See you Thursday.